Deep within the human soul lies a shadow, a darkness that has haunted mankind since the dawn of time. These are the impulses that tear down empires, shatter lives, and corrupt the innocent. They are known as the 7 deadly sins. Let us descend into the abyss and explore the roots of our darkest desires. We begin with the root of all evil, pride. It is the blinding arrogance that whispers you are better, stronger, and more deserving than anyone else. Pride blinds us to our own flaws and builds walls between us and humanity. It was pride that cast angels from heaven, and it is pride that isolates the modern soul in a fortress of ego. We see it in the person who cannot admit they were wrong, who walks through life convinced the world revolves around them. Pride is seductive because it feels like strength, but underneath it is a deep fear of being ordinary. Next is greed, an insatiable hunger for more wealth, more power, more status. Greed is a bottomless pit that can never be filled. It turns men into monsters who sacrifice relationships, ethics, and their own peace of mind for the illusion of security. History is littered with the wreckage of those who had everything and still wanted more. The pursuit of gold leaves the spirit bankrupt. Greed convinces us that happiness is always one more dollar away, one more deal away, one more possession away. And so the chase never ends. Then comes lust, an intense, unchecked craving that consumes the mind and body. It is the fire that burns without warmth, reducing profound connections to mere objects of gratification. Lust promises intimacy but delivers only emptiness, trading the eternal for the temporary. In a world saturated with images and instant gratification, lust has never been more accessible or more destructive. It erodes trust, breaks families, and leaves people feeling more alone than before. Real connection requires vulnerability. Lust avoids it entirely. Lurking in the shadows is envy, the bitter poison of resentment. It is the sorrow we feel at another's success, the quiet wish for their downfall. Envy rots the bones, turning gratitude into bitterness and joy into venom. It makes us blind to our own blessings, fixated only on what we lack. In the age of social media, envy has become an epidemic. We scroll through curated highlights of other people's lives and feel inadequate in comparison. Envy does not motivate us to improve, paralyzes us with resentment, whispering that we will never be enough. Gluttony follows, the sin of excess. It is the failure to know when enough is enough. Whether it is food, drink, or mindless consumption, gluttony is the attempt to fill a spiritual void with physical indulgence. It dulls the senses and weighs down the spirit, a desperate grasping that only leads to deeper hunger. We live in a culture of more, faster, bigger. We binge watch, binge eat, and binge spend. Gluttony is not just about food. It is about the inability to sit with emptiness, to be still, to be satisfied. Suddenly, we face wrath, the uncontrollable rage that seeks destruction. It is a tempest of fury that burns bridges and shatters lives. Wrath is a loss of control, a momentary madness where logic is drowned in a sea of red. It leaves nothing but ashes in its wake. We have all felt it, that surge of heat that clouds judgment and makes us say things we can never take back. Wrath feels powerful in the moment, but it is ultimately self-destructive. The person who cannot control their anger becomes a prisoner of it. Finally, we encounter sloth, not merely laziness, but a profound apathy of the spirit. It is the refusal to care, to act, or to strive for anything meaningful. Sloth is the silent killer of dreams, a slow decay where potential is wasted and life simply slips away. Sloth tells us there is always tomorrow, convinces us that effort is pointless, that nothing we do matters. It is the voice that says stay comfortable, stay safe, stay still. And while we listen, time moves on without us. Pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. These are not just ancient myths or religious concepts. They are the daily battles fought within the human heart. Every one of us carries the seed of each sin. The question is not whether we are tempted, but whether we choose to feed that darkness or starve it. To conquer these sins, we must first have the courage to recognize them within ourselves. The choice is yours. Will you be consumed by the darkness, or will you rise above it? This has been a production of the Discernment Lab produced by Snow 2 Fall Entertainment.